Hello and welcome to another episode of Truly Bedrock with me, Mr. Beardstone. We are just heading off to the shopping district because rumour has it I've made a few more sales in the sort of beards, shulkery type bulk buy shop thing. You know, the one that's actually been making me money and allowed me to build these wonderful diamond trees that we did last episode. If you did miss last episode, I highly recommend you check it out. We had Jesse come over and we built some wonderful diamond trees all around the area, but we need more diamonds to build more trees, and Zap, I believe, has been over at our shop. So we're going to head over to the shopping district and also discuss what we're going to be doing this episode. No sooner do I arrive at the shopping district and there's a trader right here. So he has got cobble, respawn anchors, andesite, jungle, and red sandstone. So I think we can easily go get some of those. So we're actually going to quickly head back to the base. We're going to grab a few bits and bobs so that we can buy those blocks. And, well, that's actually going to lead nicely into what we're actually doing this episode. And thank you very much, sir. So those mini blocks are actually going to be very handy for what we're doing in today's episode, but first things first. And now that that situation's dealt with, I believe we have some profits to collect. So look at that, another 8 diamond blocks. 1, 2, 3, look at that. Ooh, we sold some iron. That's good. Okay, so we've sold iron, we've sold mini blocks. We've actually sold our box of shiny mini blocks as well, which is fantastic because they've been there a little while. And as such, I have had to reduce the price a little bit, but Zap came along and bought those, and he also bought a couple of boxes of iron, it would seem. So I think I might have a bit more iron out the back here. There we go. And I think the shinies and these mini blocks here, I don't think we're actually going to be replacing those boxes because I have a bit of a plan. Over the last couple of weeks, we have found a lot of traders, and a lot of traders means a lot of mini blocks. So if we have a look at our small wall over here, you can see that nearly all of these boxes are, well, they're pretty packed. We've got lots of things in here. I'm actually just putting the fresh ones that we just got in these boxes as well. These are all the items, and then we've got one that's full of wood and leaves and things. And we've just got so many mini blocks in all of these boxes. So it's definitely about time we opened our own mini block shop. And what better place to put it than just down here? So there's 2 good reasons for putting it down there. Number 1, it's directly opposite my other shop, which was already selling the mini blocks. So anyone coming over here is hopefully going to see this lovely, nice big new shop. But also, it's next to the head exchange, which is, well, basically somewhere else you get small blocks that you don't normally get in the game. So I feel like this is going to be a really good place to put it. I've started marking out roughly where I want the building to go. I've got an idea in my head of how I want this to look as well, and I think I'm going to have a couple of display windows, which is what these larger bits are. And in keeping with what we've got going on over there, I might put a logo on the wall here as well, but we'll see how we go with that. The next thing for me to do is to realise that there's no land underneath my shop. Literally none. So I'm going to need to do a fair amount of terraforming just to create the base I can even build the shop on. However, I feel like maybe I should build the shop and then put the cliff in? Yeah, that's probably going to work better doing it that way, isn't it? Because that way it means I can just crack on and build my shop now. I like this plan. In saying that though, I do not have anywhere near enough white concrete, and although I've got a decent amount of terracotta, I'm probably going to need a fair bit more for the terraforming around the area, and I'm also going to need more sand and gravel in order to make the white concrete. So I think the start of this episode is going to be a resource gathering mission. Off we go. That was an absolute monster of a resource gathering session, but I have got lots of things that I need, and, well, to be honest, I got quite a few things I didn't necessarily need as well when I was AFK at the mob farm, which I did purely for the bones, and also when I was over at the pigling bartering, which, you know, was going to be my plan to get gravel, but after being over there for about half an hour, I ended up with approximately 12 stacks of gravel, so I just went mining for gravel in the end. But now that's done, we have boxes of gravel and sand and bones and terracotta and all sorts going on. So I need to sort this out, I guess. But I think I might save that for after the episode. For now, I'm just going to grab a few boxes of the things that I need, which include the gravel and the sand, because I need to make myself some white concrete and some grey concrete. And, I'm going to need the bones as well, so I guess I'm going to take those. I'm probably going to need some terracotta, so let's take some of that. And, yeah, we'll come back and sort out the rest of that at a later date. For now, I need to turn this sand and gravel into concrete and concrete powder of a few different colours, and then I think we're pretty much going to be ready to head over to the shopping district and actually make a start on this build. Although I do need to get some quartz as well. But luckily I've got a few villagers for that now, so that shouldn't take too long. I think I've pretty much gathered together everything that I'm going to need. I've got some glass in there, I've got multiple colours of terracotta, I've got bone blocks, I've got lots of white concrete, and I've also got plenty of quartz. So I'm just converting some of this into smooth quartz because I think I'm going to use a fair amount of that on the outside of the build. And I've got most of what I need, I think, now all prepped and ready. So there's a few things I'm going to need for the outside of the build, such as just stone and bits like that. But I'm going to come back for those in a little while. I think I might actually still have some left over there from when I built the Beards shop, you know, the big sort of multi-buy shulker shop we've got in there at the moment. So once the last few bits of smooth quartz has come through, I will grab all this together and meet you over at the shopping district shortly. Back over here at the shopping district, the weather has turned and it's not night time and I'm trapped behind my building, so I can't currently sleep, so we're just going to work through this. But this is the area we looked at earlier where we're going to be putting our building down, and I've placed all the boxes here. Hello. Looks like we've got some diamonds. Ooh, many diamonds. Lots of diamonds. What has sold? Shulkers. Okay. So that was shulkers as well. So what was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shulkers. Okay, that's good, that's good. Let's chop these down. So we're going to take these. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. Can't leave diamond blocks laying around. And the Gift of Flight is sold. Okay. So that was the box that had the elytra, as well as, let's not leave that behind, as well as a mending and unbreaking book and lots of fireworks. And that, I believe, is, yep, more kelp. So the kelp seems to be selling well, which is lovely. We're going to need to refill these podiums. Do we have anything out here that might be useful? Gunpowder. We haven't really sold any of that. We've sold some iron. That's all fish, I believe, and that's all ink and stuff. Okay, so maybe we'll just leave those podiums blank for now, leave them empty. You know, the whole kind of lack of stuff creates demand, is that a thing? I don't know, let's just leave. But another 8 diamond blocks, that's amazing. I'm very happy about that. I think what I might do is actually just hide away and wait for the weather to clear up, and then we'll make a start on this build, just so it looks a bit nicer. I have no idea what that is over there. That's strange. Anyway, yeah, so we will wait for the weather to pass, I guess, and then I'll make a start on this build, and I'll bring you back in once we've actually made a little bit of progress, and we've got something to show you. So I've made some progress on the build, and I just went home to go get some food, and I came across this on the way, which is very strange. So, someone abandoned this poor, sad, alone, non-renewable dead bush in the middle of the highway. For shame. Which, as a builder and terraformer, I completely agree with, by the way. You know who you are, dead bush abandoner. I had a leftover sign. And then there's a chest next door that says, make a charitable donation to the Dead Bush Association, DDA. Dead Bush Association, DDA. I might not be a genius, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. We'll look past that. Oh, so it looks like a few charitable donations have already been made. Maybe we could, you know, chuck in a few emeralds for the cause. There we go. Beautiful. I have no idea how that's supposed to help things or anything, but well, this is a crime. This is a crime and it's horrible. Anyway, where were we? Back to the shopping district. So over here, I've been working on the skeleton of the build over here, and if I just perch myself up here, you can see roughly what we're going for. So all of this bit here is going to be filled in with concrete around the back and the sides as well, and I've put a big quartz entrance on the side there, just to make it pop a little bit from the actual concrete walls, and then we've got these two bits here, which are going to be our display windows. So in here, we're going to show off some of our mini blocks and try and entice people in through the door. And we've also got space at the top here if we want to do some lettering, maybe put up a sign, name the shop, something like that. But I've never really done that much lettering in Minecraft, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be terrible at it. But I will give it a go, nonetheless. The other thing about this build, of course, is that it is basically just floating. The entire thing is floating. So I'm going to get a floor in this build as well, and I think I might put the floor in before I put the walls in. Yeah. I feel like that would be safe. But that is also not over the mushroom biome over here, so there's a chance. I mean, I could get out a compass and check, but I think I'm just going to make sure that it's well lit and not take any risks on that front. So I'm going to quickly crack on with that, and I'll meet you back here once the building's looking a little bit more solid. A short while later, and the building is coming along just marvellously. However, it's lacking a little bit of colour. So yeah, I think we definitely need to get some colour in here. Also, we do, of course, need to sort out the lighting on the inside, but I'm absolutely loving the bone floor in here. And these two window displays should work nicely, although I do need to sort out that. Let me chuck a few more blocks up there. There we go. And yeah, I think that's looking really good. And here, I think this is where we're going to work with the logo. So I'm actually going to work from the outside. I've got a rough idea for a logo. I want to keep it simple like we did with the one on that side. And because this is mini blocks, I'm thinking maybe just a few coloured squares. So that's why I've got a few colours of concrete in my inventory there, although it's terracotta, not concrete. So let me think. Maybe if we go... How's that? Ooh, maybe we'll go up one, because if we're going to put 3 squares in, okay? So maybe if we go up like that... and then, actually, maybe we should overlap one, maybe there. So let's try that. Is that going to be too low? And then maybe we could put one in there as well. So let's stand back and see whether we need to... Yeah, okay, I think we need to raise that up a little bit, but I do like how it's looking. So let's do this. Because the key to a good logo is having a silhouette that's recognisable, right? So I think if we can pull that off in Minecraft before we even put any colour in, we can just get a nice shape that we're going to work with. Then once we get the colour in, we know that we can use the logo pretty much wherever, and we're not going to have a problem. There we go. I think just something as simple as that is all we really need over here, because that's just going to show that, yep, this building has got a logo. Yep, we're going to go with that. But something else I was thinking of doing was also integrating those colours into the glass over here. So nothing too major. How many have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go right there in the middle, there, and there, maybe just a single pane. Ooh, that's quite bright. I like that. Yes, look at that. Let's stand back and have a look. Okay, that's some pretty cool branding. That is looking pretty groovy. I like that. Cool, and yeah, we've also managed to get our window displays looking good in here as well. We've got lights in the top there, we've got space in the middle here for us to put our mini blocks, but we obviously haven't got there quite yet, and another one there. So those window displays are going to be visible from both sides. So now we've got the core of the shop looking good there. The thing to do is to add the detail. So we're going to sort out the road out the front here, we're going to carry on this crossing over, we're going to put in another path on this side, and we're going to turn this into quite a cool looking street. But of course, we also need to sort out the terraforming around the back here, because that's bad. That's really quite very bad. So I think with that, what I'm actually going to do is, instead of carrying on with the mesa and bringing that down, I think I'm actually going to make it quite sort of stone and maybe even a little bit man-made at the start. So it actually looks like this has been manually extended, because maybe further down the line, I'm thinking of putting some kind of a loading bay or port or something, maybe even some underground parking, I don't really know. So I don't want to go too natural looking with the back here at the moment, but I think it definitely needs something because, well, it's a floating building. Floating buildings are just not good. That's not good at all. So with a large amount of terraforming work ahead of us, I think it's only fair that we now cut into a wonderful time lapse. So, well, hit the music. May have only been 3.5 minutes listening to the awesome Jono Smithers for you, but for me, it has been hours. And I mean hours. So we actually did a lot of this outside terraforming on a stream that we've just finished, and I really like how it's coming along, although I have run out of orange sand and I've still got some bits to finish, but we'll come back to those in a moment. So what I decided to do around this side was just to continue the sort of man-made structure side of things, and then we've got some wastewater runoff as well, just through a couple of pipes that may or may not make sense, but yeah, we like them anyway, they look cool. And around here, I've just textured the wall, got some block variation in, and as I say, I've started to put some red sand down. However, we have run out over this side, so I need to go grab some more of that. We've also managed to get the front and sides looking a lot better as well, so we've got some overgrown bits down here, we've got lighting hidden underneath, because of course by stretching this out, we're actually no longer on the mushroom biome that the maze has been converted into, so mobs can spawn out here. To combat that, I've hidden lights under the pallets here, I've got them under trapdoors at the sides, and I just really like how this outdoor area looks, and especially with the sort of big shuttered doors for bringing in the pallets and things, and also this fire escape here. So I tried a few different methods for this, and in the end I just kind of went with this and it works. As you can see, we've still got some work to do on the roof, but that's going to have to be saved for another day. As we continue around the back of the building, I've still got to do a few bits around here, as you can see. I've also got a couple of holes to fill in, it would seem, and I need to add lights down here, get some overgrown stuff going on as well, and I think I'm going to build a couple of dumpsters or something over this side, just to sort of finish off the area. Later on, we could of course build down there and extend downwards, but we will probably just put a few dumpsters in for now. But that is not all we have done, because if you look behind me, you can see I've also got some window displays, and if you peek in the window, you can see I've also got the stock in. This is why it's taken me so long. So let's have a closer look at these. So on this first window display, I've just gone with a redstone theme. I've just made a weird little man out of redstone because I could, and just stacked up some of the different blocks that I've got in stock. But I really like this one here. So I tried to make a little tree, and it's literally a 1 block space in between the glass. So some of this does actually go into the glass itself, but luckily you can't actually see that. But I really like the effect that all this sort of stuff is giving off, and I think that really is going to help sell the mini blocks. As we come around here and go in the front door, I wanted to bring some of the outside in because it was looking a bit stark, so I've got some trees going on here. We've got a lovely bone floor because I love the clickety-clack sound, and mushrooms keep growing, which I didn't even know was a thing. How are you doing that? Either that or I'm being trolled. But basically, as you come in, we've got this big display case, which I haven't decided what to put in it yet. So if you do have any ideas of what you think I should try and construct out of mini blocks, do let me know in the comments below. And I could also do with the name. As you can see over my shoulder, I have currently called it Mr. Blockstones, but I think we can do better. And in regards to the name, if we look out the front here, I've got a big blank space. So, you know, we could probably fit 8 or 9 letters up there, I reckon. But yeah, if you've got ideas for a name and for what we can put in the display case here, they could even be linked. Maybe the name will lead to what we put in the display case, who knows? But do let me know in the comments below. So in here, I've gone with a very simple layout. I've got lots and lots of barrels. I've spread out all the mini blocks on display to show what's in each barrel. We don't have much space left for expansion, and in a couple of the barrels, mainly the coral one I think, I have actually had to put in sort of all of the corals, just because I was starting to run out of barrels by that point. So I've divided the mini blocks into kind of mini departments, I suppose. So we've got sort of outdoor blocks, and then we've got redstone and concrete, and then down here we've got sort of villager blocks and underwater blocks and all the dirt blocks and things, and shinies and nether stuff. So I've tried to split it out to make it easy for people to find what they want. And yeah, I've literally got like, what, four barrels? Yeah, I've got 4 barrels left that aren't currently being used. So I know there's also a lot of mini blocks I don't have. So we might have to actually expand the store at some point. I don't know how we're going to do that. Maybe go into the basement below, because there is a big hollow area, I suppose. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, though, what I've done is I've gone with a very simple pricing structure, which is any slot in any barrel is 1 diamond. So, well, you know, 1 diamond for 8 of these, or it could be 1 diamond for 4 of these. So I've kind of gone on a supply and demand type thing, and also a cost type thing. Obviously, you're not going to get 4 netherite blocks for 1 diamond. However, you are going to get 1 netherite mini block. And these ones are actually going to lose me money. So this is 1 diamond for 1 mini block, but it actually cost me 9 diamonds to get 8 of them. So I'm technically making a loss on these ones, but I can't not sell them. That's just rude. So yeah, we've basically gone with a very, very simple pricing structure. So you get either 1, 4 or 8 of each item, depending on which item you go for, really. I've also explained that in a book at the front here. It's just a quick little, you know, welcome to Beardstone. It's none of the 6-page nonsense we had in the shop over there. And I've also supplied dyes, which I have named with what they do. They allow you to rotate and move the mini blocks, which is how we did create these custom tree thing here, and I could really do some leaves on the back of that. Yes, didn't actually look at things from this side, did I? I mean, it's okay. It works. It kind of works. So despite the few finishing touches we still need to put on this place, I am really pleased with how it has come out, and I really can't wait to see if people actually come and buy mini blocks, because I've sold quite a few, and in fact, while I was building this, I logged off for about half an hour, and when I came back, look what I saw. Another 6 diamond blocks. That's crazy. I mean, we've made, what, sort of 8, and then another 8, and now another 6. That is 22. Yep, try not to do maths when you're recording, Beardstone, you know this. But that's 22 diamond blocks in the course of recording an episode, which, in all fairness, has taken me quite a while. I was actually away at the weekend. It's now Wednesday, and this episode was supposed to be out on Monday or Tuesday, so it will be out on Thursday, but it's been absolutely crazy trying to get this stuff done. So I do apologise for the late episode, but I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope it was worth it, and I really hope we start to make some sales. I guess the last thing to do is to actually open the shop. I think we can safely say Mr. Blockstones is open, and I've got no space to pick that up, have I? Oh well. That'll despawn. And on that note, I'm afraid I must bid you farewell. It has been a very, very long episode, this one. It's taken a lot to record it, and I've got about 60 shulker boxes worth of stuff to sort out, because I have 2 shulker monsters as well as that pile of shulkers in my base, and I'm really not looking forward to that. If you did enjoy today's episode, please do leave a like and do also consider subscribing so you don't miss the next episode. But for now, I guess it's a bye-bye from me. Bye.